Much and sorry for the delay always. I start the recording. So as a reminder, this is being recorded and it will be archived within the Blackbaud parent portal. So you can always revisit it there. And if you're joining us live here now, please feel welcome to use the closed captions up at the top. And also, there is a Q&A icon as well. If you have any questions that come up during that, please put any questions there and we'll answer them live for you on the webinar. And with that, I will kick it over to Ms. Willix, who will be giving the campus update.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Lauren. Hi, thank you for joining us, whether you are joining us live or watching this recording later. And hello from wherever you are joining us. We are currently on spring break, and it is quiet and lonely without our students here. We already miss them, and we're only a few days in, but hopefully you are all enjoying some rest and relaxation with your students, with your children, and getting some wonderful family and friends time during this time away. A few updates from the Hill. So many of you will have seen that student academic comments came out just before break occurred. And so hopefully you all now had the opportunity to review those and hear from your students, that student voice, that student perspective, and giving them the opportunity to share that voice. It can be really challenging, but also incredibly fulfilling, and what a great opportunity for our students to be able to handle that, to produce that in partnership with their faculty, with their Team Tilton here, right? A big focus for ours is always stretching students, having those high expectations and matching that with the high support. And what better way to do that than, in this advisory, in these student comments. So hopefully you've been able to have those. If you haven't, or you're having trouble finding anything, please reach out to your student advisor. A great thing about Tilton, and that you all have come to find, and that we are very focused and intentional on, right, is how can we always lead with the student experience, and the student well-being is at the forefront of every decision, every opportunity that we are making. And so with that, the partnership with the team here, the faculty here, the partnership with the faculty and the students, and then tie that in, the partnership with the students, faculty, and you, the parent. Everything that we are focused on is how are we strengthening the student experience, and a big part of that is the partnership with you all, whether it is in these student comments, whether it is getting feedback from your students, teachers, and your advisors, so that you, the parent, always feel like you are an equal part of your students' experience, whether you are on the other part of the world, whether you're down the street, whether you're on the other side of the country. Our focus is always ensuring that you parents feel as though you are just as much a part of your students' Tilton experience, because we are all in this together, whether we are here in the day-to-day or from afar. So hopefully you feel that, and if ever there's an opportunity that you want to feel that more, you have an idea to remain that, to build on that connection and strengthen that experience, please, we are all ears and we are partners in all of this. Also, an important shout out, and then I'll get into some updates and calendar updates. Big shout out to our girls basketball team. They are playing Darrow School right now this afternoon, so they're just starting their warm-ups in the national championship semifinal. So sending good vibes always out to our girls as they are set to battle the Darrow School at 1 p.m. And then looking ahead at some calendar, some events, you will have all received this in the family newsletter that went out recently, but just if you are here hearing it from us, coming up, we have our community weekend when students return. So that's May 16th. So for the community weekend spring fling, May 16th through May 18th. Boarding students are expected to be on campus. So please touch base with your students so that you know for that May 16-18 weekend, that is a closed weekend, and we will have so many fun things happening on campus, but really looking towards strengthening those relationships, those shared experiences, those shared memories. That's what we focus on these closed weekends, and just getting them outside together, running around, having fun, laughing, but also seeing us as faculty, seeing us as real humans as well, and knowing that we are right there in step with them on those weekends. Senior week begins May 19th through May 22nd. That is required for all seniors and postgraduates. So looking ahead, the end of school is going to be here before we know it. So want to make sure all of these things are on your radars. Our senior trip, the seniors this year, they're going to Camp Wanaki, and that is May 20th through the 22nd. So please be sure, senior parents, mark your calendars for that. They will travel to Camp Wanaki, which is in Moultonboro, New Hampshire. for the annual senior trip, and that again is that Wednesday, May 20th through the Friday, the 22nd. And then big update, hopefully you have seen this circulating in communication and in that newsletter, the all school prom is May 17th. This is an update because this is open to all students. A big focus of ours as we were partnering with our students and getting the feedback from them and wanting to build up this event. And again, the student experience leading with that. How do we get more student involvement? Well, we opened it up to all students, not just seniors and the invited juniors. So this is an event for all students. So if your student is interested, please make sure they reach out to the community life office and they get their tickets for that. Any questions, please let us know, or let Greg Adams, our director of community life, know. He is overseeing that event. And then here we are, right? We will return from March break on March 23rd. Classes will begin the 24th. And then it is that mad sprint until the end of school. And the days are going to whip by. The sun is going to be shining. We are going to be outside. Excited for all of our spring athletes and our spring sports and turning the tide there. Love the pivot. But we certainly have so much to look forward to. And parents, I always want to make sure that you hear that parents, we lean on you so much, right? You provide so much to our community, and the partnership with you is pivotal in everything that we are doing. The parents who are able to engage in our community, be a champion for our school, invest in the experiences that shape the futures, that shape the current experiences for our students, but also looking ahead. How can we give back? How can you all give back to give the experience that your student had to students that come after them? And our advancement office and my colleague John Agnello will touch on that, but we have a lot to look forward to from an advancement lens with our Day of Giving, and that philanthropic perspective for you as parents. Really want to partner with you and how we can support you. And thank you for all the work that you do in supporting us and our community here and your students and their experience, because at the end of the day, we are as strong as our partnership with you all. And so please know that we are in this together. We are so thankful for everything you do and will do and continue to do. And if you ever have any questions or want to talk through anything, I'm always a phone call away. Please reach out at any time. And just thank you all for joining us and for tuning in today. And now, without further ado, I will pass it to my wonderful colleague, John, in the advancement office. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Whit. I really appreciate that handoff. I've worked at Tilton here for going on 3 years now, and it really is such a privilege to be a part of this community. I'm really thankful to be able to work here and support this community in such a wonderful, meaningful way. And what I'm going to be talking with you about today is our upcoming Day of Giving celebration, which will be April 3rd. Our theme this year is going to be Step In, Reach Out, Challenge Accepted, which is in line with our school's theme for the year. And I'm going to cover just some really important information about this day so that you are fully equipped with all the knowledge that you need before we get to it. So one really important question to answer before we talk about the Day of Giving is, what is the Tilton Fund? The Tilton Fund is Tilton School's annual fund, which supports the experience that students have here every day. Gifts to the Tilton Fund support our academic programs, student activities, athletic resources, scholarships and financial aid, and faculty professional development. Every gift to the Tilton Fund helps sustain the experience that your child is having now. Why does participation matter? Participation in the Tilton Fund is important because this is a community that has been supported by so many different people. It's a shared investment between generations of families, alumni, and friends who believe in the impact that Tilton School has. Participation in the Tilton Fund shows a belief in the experience that our students are having today. Every gift that comes to the Tilton Fund demonstrates that we have a community that stands behind Tilton. So that's a little bit more about what the Tilton Fund is. On the Day of Giving is going to be April 3rd, 2026. It's a 24-hour celebration of our community here at Tilton. It's a day where students, parents, alumni, faculty, and friends come together to support the Tilton Fund. It's a moment where our entire community shows up together, shows pride in our school, and gives something back to the school that means so much to them and has had such an impact on their lives. So, building momentum. We've got some lofty goals this year. This year, we're hoping to reach 500 gifts. We're also hoping to raise $400,000. This is something that we can't do without your help. We have a very generous donor that has committed $30,000 to a matching gift to encourage parent participation. Every parent gift helps unlock that challenge and increase the impact of the day. So what does that mean for you? That means you as a parent, if you make a gift of $100, it will count as $200. And if you make a gift of $1,000, it'll count as $2,000. If you make a gift of $50, it counts as $100. So all of that really helps us build momentum and unlock our challenge. And participation at every level matters. We're hoping that our parents will participate in ways that are meaningful to them. So how can you participate? We've got our QR code here, so you're more than welcome to scan the code and pull up the page, and you can check out the Day of Giving site yourself. But you can make your gift on April 3rd, which is when the official kickoff of the Day of Giving begins. You're more than welcome to give early. We get that question all the time. Am I allowed to make my gift early? Yes, absolutely. Giving early helps us build momentum towards completing those challenges. So you can make your gift today and help us make progress towards completing our challenge before April 3rd. Another thing you can do is talk to your student about participating. The education behind this is really important. We're having really important conversations with our students to talk to them about why we're doing the Day of Giving, what it means to give back to your school, help them understand the history behind this place, and help them understand that the Tilton that we have today exists because of the generosity of those that came before us. And one day it's going to be their responsibility to be the alumni that steward the school. So when they graduate and are successful in their lives, it will be their turn to step up and give back to their school in the way that our alumni step up and give back to the school today. So please talk to them about what's going to be best for your family for their participation. You can also share the Day of Giving page with other Tilton families. So we know not everybody is going to see this this video. So make sure that they're aware and help them understand that this is something that it's not an expectation that our families participate, but it's something that we hope that everyone does. And follow the journey online. We've already started putting content out on our social media pages for the Day of Giving. I think if you find that content, you'll feel like it's really inspiring. We're going to continue to put that content out over the next few weeks until we get up to the Day of Giving on April 3rd. So when you see that, comment, drop a like, drop a comment, and share it out to your community, because it is really inspiring, and I think you'll feel really good about it. So we talked a little bit about student participation. Our goal is to have students participate at 100%. Now, how are we going to get there? We know not everyone is going to want to make a gift of minimum $5 or more. So they can write a note to a faculty member, a note of gratitude that will be displayed on the Day of Giving and then given to that faculty member afterwards. But we are encouraging students to make a minimum gift of $5. And they can do this in multiple ways. We're going to be giving out these simple forms for students to fill out. By filling out this form, they can charge the gift to their student account. They can also do tap to pay on their phones. They can give online, or they can give cash. So there's so many different ways for them to participate. We just want them to participate, and even more so, understand why we're asking them to participate. To help with building up this knowledge, we're asking them to fill out a short reflection on the form. That reflection question is, how has Tilton shown up for you this year, and why does that make you want to show up for Tilton? So it's an important question that we're asking the students, and we hope that they can give honest answers and make them think about their experience this year and how the school has helped them in one way or another. So, those are the ways that students can participate. So why should they participate? So with students, that students often need a little bit of incentive for them to want to get involved in something, a little reward for their input. So these are the incentives that we've laid out for students this year. So we have our free donuts on Day of Giving, courtesy of Brothers Donuts. That's always a big hit. As you can see, this is a picture from last year's Day of Giving, where we had the long line of students, and we're very thankful for the parent volunteers that helped us execute that so well. That was really a highlight of our spring last year. And there's also going to be a raffle for all student participants. This is courtesy of our Parents Association. So thank you so much to those that contribute to that and make that so much fun and engaging. And Friday, April 3rd is going to be a spirit day for our students. Day of Giving is going to be a day where we're encouraging all of our students to wear their Tilton gear, wear their black and gold. So it's going to be a really exciting day on campus with lots of energy and lots of positive momentum, a lot of school spirit. And finally, we're going to have a school-wide celebration for our Day of Giving student participants in May. This is a party that the students have collectively decided that they want to do. So we're still working out some of the final details on that, but there will be a school-wide celebration in May selected by students. So that's another reason why we're encouraging students to participate. And that's really it. So in conclusion, for Day of Giving this year, don't sit back, step in, don't stay silent, reach out. And when there's a challenge, accept it. Again, my name is John. I work in the advancement office here at Tilton School. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or anyone else from our team. We're happy to help you out. And thank you so much for being a part of this Tilton community that we all love and support and are so proud to be a part of. So thank you again. I'm going to hand it back over to Lauren.
All right. Thank you, John. John is my colleague right here in the advancement office. And as you all know, I serve as the Director of Alumni and Parent Engagement. So I'm actually going to continue the slide here and focus on the engagement piece. Of course, supporting the Day of Giving and supporting the Tilton Fund is so impactful for what we do here at Tilton School. But there are other ways to get involved in addition to that as well. So I just want to reiterate, some of the great opportunities here and ways if you're looking to participate or get more involved with the experience, your students' experience here and the Tilton experience by meeting other parents as well and the full community. I'm here to kind of guide you and go through some of those opportunities. So starting with, I say, sometimes we get the question, what is the Parent Association? Well, the Parent Association is you. Everybody that is a parent of a Tilton student and even a past parent of a Tilton student is considered part of the Parent Association. You are forever a part of this parent community that is a community within the larger Tilton community of alumni, of students, of faculty, of former faculty, and so on. Within the Parent Association, we have the parent ambassadors, and the parent ambassadors are more of our active volunteers, those that have raised their hand at one point or another and said, I want to get more involved. What are those opportunities there for me? Through our office with the parent engagement side, and then through the admissions office, there's many opportunities to take advantage, and they're very flexible as far as what your commitment can be. So it's not a full-on commitment if you raise your hand for this. It would really be you are going to be part of another listserv of email where we send a targeted email to those that have raised their hand asking for additional help with upcoming events and initiatives that are being put on from our office or for the admissions office. And then if you raise your hand within those emails, then that's how we kind of form our volunteer group for those upcoming events and initiatives. So it fits your schedule and what you're looking to be a part of. So more on that in a little bit. We'll have a QR code if you are interested in raising your hand. And then, of course, always reaching out to me too with any questions and what you're looking to participate in is a good place to start as well. So getting started here, just wanted to, share. I know this is probably looks very familiar to you all, but just wanted to share where you can find a lot of this information. So I'm reiterating some that you've already seen, but the families page is through the tiltonschool.org site. You can see the arrow pointing up to the top right corner there. That is your go-to hub of all the information that you will need as a parent here. So it leads you right to your Blackbaud parent portal. So you can always access it right through this site as well. And then further down the page, it does, explain some of the ways to get involved. It has our contact information in there. And then it lists the events too, that are open to parents. And then we also, of course, put a lot of information in our family newsletter. So that's going to have a lot of details with upcoming events to get involved or, other initiatives that we're looking for parent support on. So we'll always check those every Friday. And then, of course, we do have the parent group on Facebook. So if you haven't found that yet or haven't asked to join, this is the title of the group, Tilton School Parents Group 25 to 26. So please find that there too. We always try to find different avenues to get the information out in front of you all as best as possible in a timely manner. So this is a great group to be a part of as well. As a past parent, we have a newsletter that goes out once monthly, and that will be at the beginning of each month. So that way you can still know what's happening here on the Hill. And then there's always, events that are open to our past parents, especially like our regional events and things, where we might be closer to your home, and it's easy for you to come out. We love seeing past parents come to these events so they can connect with current parents, prospective parents, our alumni, our faculty that go. So please feel always welcome to join us at those as well. And then, as a kind of a broad scope, these are several of the events and initiatives that you'll see throughout the year. I have the QR code up there for anyone who wants to check that out right away and get that form up, so you can check off anything that you might be interested in supporting and helping out with when it comes to parent engagement through the advancement office or through the admissions office. So opening weekend is kind of the kickoff for our year with parent engagement. So really great to have our current parents there to help welcome our new families. And we've all been there on that first day of school where you want to meet new folks and you want to make some more friends and see what the community is that you're going to be a part of. So it's really wonderful to have our current parents be there to greet them and to kind of guide them if they have any specific, parent to parent questions. That's just a great opportunity to meet other parents, of course. Same with Fall Family Weekend. Just a few weeks later, we're heading right into that, and that's when we're really getting into the swing of things. We're always looking for parent volunteers that weekend to help with that community experience that we know and love here so much at Tilton, and we really put that on display during our Fall Family Weekend. Regional gatherings, we host these throughout the year for our families and for our alumni and faculty. So we've got from Portsmouth, New Hampshire to Boston. We go out to Colorado, New York City. This past year, we had events down at the basketball tournament at Worcester Academy and at the hockey tournaments between Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Those were really fun because we had the current parents of our athletes there, as well as prospective families. We had alumni that were in the area come through as well. So always be on the lookout for those events too. And then our Halloween and Valentine's Day, sending out the goodie bags. And as you can see, this was our Valentine's Day here in the picture. Our students love it. Our parents love to come and volunteer on that day and take photos and share those through the Facebook page and through the newsletter. And we really appreciate support on that from whether you're a local parent that can come in and help assemble the bags to parents all over the world that's able to contribute to the supplies needed to go into those bags. And that's the same with our senior gift bag too for our senior trip. We send them off with s'mores and other fun things for their camping trip. And as Ms. Willix had mentioned earlier in the call, they'll be on Lake Winnipesaukee this year for that trip. We've got prom coming up, and there's a parent social there, another great opportunity to meet other parents. You've heard from my colleague John about the Day of Giving and ways to get involved there. Admissions is always, looking for parents, in their respective areas to attend the admission fairs. And that way, those admissions fairs are prospective students and families where our current parents can be there at the table as well to answer any questions and to talk about, how it is to be a parent of a Tilton student. And then, of course, here on campus, we always have our open houses and accepted students days, which are great for current families as well to be here to greet them and help answer some of those questions. And then, June, of course, we always have our annual golf tournament. It's been really fun to see parent engagement spike in that tournament, where we had a few foursomes this past year of parents, and I anticipate that continuing to grow. They had a lot of fun, and we hope you'll join us for that as well. That's in June at Stonebridge Country Club, so it might be a little more centralized for those in other parts of New England. So we hope you'll join us for that. So please keep an eye out for all these things. And then lastly, we are always looking for parents if they want to raise their hand to help host a dinner at home or host overnights during those long weekends or vacation breaks. With some that live far from home or live internationally, it's a little tougher for them to get home, especially for the short long weekends. So it's always great to have kind of that home atmosphere to offer up for those students as well. Kept the QR code there too, so that you all can tap into that. I hope that you'll consider becoming more involved. Please either fill out that form, or I've included my contact information again. So please reach out if you have any questions. There's always different ways to get involved, even if it's not listed there. You might have some other great ideas or feedback, which leads me to my final slide here. I will share. I started here in April last year, so I'm coming on my first full year, and we're always looking for ways to continue strengthening this parent community and ways. And I know that engagement is ever so evolving, and I'm always open to ideas or feedback on ways we can continue enhancing and growing our reach for this parent community. So please reach out if you have any feedback or ideas to share. And always love to hear from you. Really looking forward to getting to know more of you during my time here on the Hill. And it's been such a pleasure already going through my first year here and getting to know parents through these events. And I look forward to a great final stretch of this academic year and getting to meet more of you along the way. So that completes the presentation here. And I just want to say thank you again for joining us here today. Our next and actually final of the year Parent Connect will be on Tuesday, April 14th. That will be student voices. So we'll be inviting current students to come on here and kind of share a year in review, as well as what's up ahead too for students. So we hope to see you back here, and thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of the March break. See you soon.